Usually the conversation around here is about football. Today, the topic is gas for one of the sponsors, specifically Mobile Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline. Let's start with the fact that Mobile Supreme Plus Premium is amazing. It keeps engines 3 times cleaner, so engines perform better for better gas mileage. Just ask motorsports legend Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney. She raced top fuel dragsters in the 70s, so she knows a thing or two about gasoline. She also knows a thing or two about the 70s, so if there are any questions about leisure suits, vinyl, or fondue, fire away. One might wonder why they call her Cha-Cha. Like, is it a family name or a marketing ploy? Or maybe she thought it sounded cool. It's very curious. Getting back to fuel, Shirley and the team highly recommend Mobile Supreme Plus Premium Gas because it keeps engines 3 times cleaner for better performance and gas mileage. By the way, Cha-Cha Muldowney, she drove a pink car. Mobile. Legendary. 3 times cleaner compared to Mobile regular gas and port fuel injected engines. Actual results may vary. Visit mobilefuels.com for details.
Triple shot half-calf oat milk 2 pumps extra foam. Your coffee order might be getting a little complicated. Your toothpaste doesn't have to be. Arm & Hammer Baking Soda toothpaste keeps it simple with a powerful ingredient that works hard for you. Baking soda. That's why it's the #1 dentist-recommended baking soda toothpaste. As you brush, the baking soda particles dissolve to help break down plaque and stains for a whiter smile. So your teeth can feel clean, look bright, and make brushing a no-brainer. Try Arm & Hammer toothpaste. Simple, powerful, clean.
Can I do an Andy Reid impression? How would Andy?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Right? That's pretty good. Am I doing all right? Is this okay?
Just the clearing of the throat.
Yeah. He says that's a pretty good haul there. For a career, yeah. When you start stringing them together like he has, 1,000 yards for 7 straight years. That's pretty spectacular. It's pretty spectacular too.
Welcome back to New Heights, baby. Juke's original, presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment. New Heights is a show that is half clinched. That's right.
Turtle doving it.
You heard it right, baby. We're over here prairie dogging it. Half of us are in the playoffs, and I don't understand how we didn't make it in the playoffs this past week, winning the division. We beat the Chargers twice, and they're the only ones left in the division. I don't get it. Either way, we're moving on. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jason Kelce, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Tiger alumni, as well as Bearcat alumni, University of Cincinnati grads. New episodes come to you every single week, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, follow the show on all social media platforms at New Heights Show. Jason, we have a fun one, don't we?
As always, Trav, we got a great episode. We're gonna recap the Eagles. We're going to recap the Eagles, keeping it rolling down the Meadowlands. The Chiefs letting it ride in Broncos country.
Chill out.
And maybe take a stab at our own NFL awards.
Ooh, NBA just did their stab at us, so let's brew up some of our own, you know what I'm saying?
But first, new news! Still the #1 sports podcast in the world. And we are at our first video with 1 million views this past week. The Pat Mahomes episode surpassed 1 million views. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. It was obviously a fun episode, man.
The Jalen Hurts episode is not far behind. It's fluttering right there around 8-something as of the posting of this video. So we're close to it with that one as well. And, the people seem to like these guest interviews episodes. Who should our next
keep those things going?
Yeah, who should our next guest be?
Not just any guest, special guest, Jason. Next special guest episode. Man, that's a good one, man. We got a lot of. I mean, I love keeping it in the teammate realm. That's always fun. It's always fun to showcase your teammates' personalities. On top of that, doing a coach just seems right, man.
Yeah, Andy would be good, huh?
That would be a great grab. If anybody could actually ask him, man, that'd be pretty cool.
You know what? We're going to do it. One of these days, we're going to do it.
One of these days, man.
Well, until then, let's be honest. Until then, maybe we should post something online. The social team is offering, they're going to do a poll for us where all of you guys can
social poll.
Yeah, voice your opinions on who the next guest should be. So
let's hear it.
We're all ears. Who do you want to hear us conversate with?
Converse.
Let us know. Conversate? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just converse.
Yeah! One for the good guys.
All righty. On to the fan mentions of the week from Noreen Shoop on Twitter.
Noreen!
Apparently, her 8-year-old is quoting Jason. I actually saw this on Twitter. She asked, "Did you like dressing up for school today?" And, of course, 8-year-old, I don't play dress up. Gotta say, it is great to know I am having a positive impact on our youths. I feel honored that somebody is using that line. Noreen, you're raising the kids right. All righty.
Time out. How many 8-year-olds do we have watching here? Because I got to clean it up, man.
We might have to clean up the language. I think we always assumed this show was going to be more of an adult crowd.
People our age, yeah.
You know, we'll do our best. We're trying to keep it as realistic to how we talk as possible, but maybe we should clean up the language. Fuck it. Riker rules. We got fans' rendition of new news. New news. I actually saw this as well and loved the video. Great job,
well
guys.
done, man.
Yeah, man. Really, really well done. I thought I love you guys really did a great job. It wasn't just the words. You guys nailed the tone.
Harmony.
You guys nailed the tone. Not only that, but they got the head twists in. New news.
I didn't even
New
think
news.
about
I'm telling
that.
you. Oh yeah, they put some thought into this. Well done, guys. All righty. Our next one, we got fan base names updated. If you listen to the Mahomes episode, it's clear that Pat is on with the New Heights Hooligans. And
that's a pretty good one.
It appears that everyone likes that one, and it's clearly the favorite. To help us figure out what the other finalists should be, we want you to email us at newheightshow@gmail.com.
Just a real quick email.
Yeah, with your name and your fan base name and a quick explanation as to why you think the fan base name should be that. Yeah, I think we're finally narrowing this down.
That's New Heights Show with one S.
Did I say shows?
No, I'm just making sure everybody knows because it could be
New
like
Heights Show.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll put like a nice little graphic in there, probably a link.
That's why we love our producers.
Well,
man.
it is audio too. It is audio too. You know, that's a good job. Good job, Trev. Way to clear it up.
All right.
All right. Outside of that, merch news. Obviously, I'm rocking one of the ones that we said last week. The Big Yeti. Trav is wearing a new one. 92% of the time.
92%.
Every time. How about these ones? Now that is slick.
Now that's a new news right there.
New news. I think I like this one better. Do you like the dark one better? Or you like this one better?
Come on now, baby. It's all about the black and gold, baby.
I know. I do like that. That is nice. That
reminds me of a Heights gym shirt. Phys ed shirt.
The only thing I remember from gym class growing up was Mr. Oh my gosh,
Mr. Riley.
Mr. Riley short shorts. That's the only thing I remember.
He played in the NFL too. Shout out to Mr. Riley, man.
Dude, do you remember how short those things were?
Yeah, I do. It's because he was out there running.
That's a good point.
He was out there running through shit, man.
Speaking of 92% of the time, every time, Fox, they tried to get us.
Every time.
They tried to get
Fox?
us. They tried to get us during the game. They showed a graphic that said 22 for 25, which means that would mean we are only 88% of the time. So
that doesn't sound as appealing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, 92 is better.
92 is a solid.
Yeah, that's A. 92's A.
Hey,
88's
let's run
B.
that shit.
It's an A-rate play. It's not a B-rate play. Listen, this is so we had to do our own research. Our wonderful team was able to somehow, I think they got in contact with somebody with maybe NFL Network or such. Or I don't want to disclose sources.
Stats.
I don't want to disclose sources. But anyways, over the past 5 years, the Eagles are 93.5% on those plays.
You know what that means?
92% of the time.
It works every time.
That's right. We're back. You tried to get us, Fox. You tried to shut it down. We wrap it on back up.
You know what that means, though? You know how percentages work, right, Jason? It's like for it to be at 88% this year. And
yeah, it was at like
average,
95%. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're really having a down year.
No, all I'm saying is that it's getting to 92%, which is what I've been saying the whole time. We were a little bit out. We were an outlier before. It's averaging back out to where it should be, which quarterback sneaks statistically live at the 92% threshold. It's going to – I don't really know what you want me to tell you.
This is so funny. He pulled this shit out of his ass, and it's true. That's good shit. 92% sounds like we should run that play. 88%? Maybe we should think about something else. I don't know.
It's a good play, but 92, I'm in.
So back to the 92% new merch that we got going on. Make sure you check out the link in the description of the video or podcast and visit homage.com/newheights. That's homage.com/newheights.
As with new news, now we're going to follow it up with a new segment. Really looking forward to this. The new segment, we announced it on Twitter. And we got some great feedback and some great questions. The new segment is No Dumb Questions.
No dumb questions. Just
dumb people.
Dumb people.
That's fine. I'm a dummy. I'm a dumb person.
Listen,
all of us are dumb in some ways. But hey,
dumbass.
No dumb questions. All right. Before we get to the games, this kind of started last week with the NFL players could play in the NBA debate that you and I had, which I clearly won that dumb question. Or no dumb questions. We had a nice little we had a nice New Heights IG segment where you guys claimed that Giannis could get locked down in the red zone. I don't think people realize that would not happen. With 1 day of coaching, I'm sure he could get open in the red zone enough. Calvin Johnson liked the video. Do you think that means he agrees with me or you?
I think he just enjoys the content. I don't know if he's. I think he would have made a statement if he agreed with one of us. I feel like, but
it's a good point. He just thought it was a good debate.
Calvin Johnson's another one, dude. You think that dude could have played basketball?
No.
You don't think he could find a way on to a team in the NBA?
Oh, he can definitely play basketball. The argument is, can he play in the NBA? And I'm saying no.
Let's move on to this new segment, man.
Well, we can touch back up on this, Travis. My point is clear.
You don't think that an NFL player, any NFL player in the history of the NFL, could go and play in the NBA?
Yeah, I think I've already made this statement. What are you? I don't understand why.
I'm not saying he's going to be Jordan. I'm not saying he's going to be Curry. I'm just saying there's definitely guys that have played in the NFL that could play in the NBA. A guy like Antonio Gates who averaged 20 in college, 20 and 10.
Then why didn't he go to 5? Why didn't he go to the NBA, Travis?
He might have saw a better opportunity playing in the National Football League, like being one of the greatest tight ends to ever play.
He went
instead
to the
of
NFL
being maybe a six man or a role player in the
NBA. Trying to make
NBA.
it. Or trying to make it. Yeah, he forego. He
You're right. This is true.
He forewent his unsured future in the NBA for a sure future in the NFL. That's fair. But I think, I'm sticking with my guns. I don't think he would have played in the NBA. Could he do certain roles in the NBA? Could certain guys do roles in the NBA? Yes. But the bottom line is they're not doing them because they weren't good enough to get there. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You got to get there to do the role.
They were just better at football.
You got to get there to do the role. Just saying. This all stems because you think you can play in the NBA.
I know
the
for a fact.
The only reason you're this opinionated is because you think you can play in the NBA.
Of course.
Anyway, we clearly love dumb debates, as you can see. So much, we asked you guys for anything you could give us. This week's question is, could the greatest college football team of all time beat the worst NFL team of all time? Go ahead, Trevor.
No.
Yeah, are we talking
as simple as that? No. I don't even know who's the greatest. Are we talking about the Florida team we got to play? Who are we talking about?
I mean, technically they didn't win the national championship that year, but I do think that they were probably the most talented team I've ever seen. But yeah,
some of these new teams though, like the LSU team with Burrow and Chase and Jefferson, and
it's hard to even pick. But them, you got that Florida team with Tebow,
a guy Clyde.
Pretty
Edwards.
Much any Alabama team from like 2015 to 2018.
Can't forget the 2001 Miami Hurricanes.
I was about to say, Yeah, the U was good.
Dude, that was a crazy team.
Well, the best way I can think to answer this question, so I think if we're taking into account different eras, yes, I do think the greatest college football team could beat like the worst NFL team from like 1970, where like the size is like just way different.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there was a different level of
no disrespect to anybody that played in the 60s and 70s.
Well, it's just a different era. The game has evolved.
A different era.
The size is different. The speed is different. But in the same era, like in the same year, could the greatest college team beat the worst NFL team? I don't think that's ever going to happen. I really don't. Mm-mm. You might sneak one out because the worst NFL team is probably going to have a pretty bad quarterback. And
quarterback play.
Yeah. I mean, you turn the ball over a bunch, pretty much anybody can beat anybody.
The game. Yeah.
So maybe. But I don't think people really fully grasp how different the game is from college to the NFL and how
Especially
much
in the trenches, man.
The whole play just happens faster. And the only way you get used to that is by practicing against that. And none of these college kids have done that, right? All of these guys are, you know, even the seniors there, whoever's starting and old enough to be there, you know, you're dealing with maybe a handful of guys, right, on each one of these teams. So I just think the experience level and the fact that all of these NFL teams have been playing much, much better competition, I just don't see the college team winning. I really don't.
No.
But
the trenches.
Trav, what do you think is the biggest difference between the NFL and college? Speed or size?
I would say at the tight end position, size. I feel like once you get outside the numbers of receivers, it just becomes more of a speed deal. So it just depends on what position. For tight ends, I feel like the size of blocking a 230-pound outside linebacker in the Big East is way different than blocking a 280-pound D lineman, you know, grown-ass man. So that's probably the biggest difference when you're in the trenches. When you're outside, it's really speed, but it's actually more how fast you're adapting to everything. That's the speed. Don't get me wrong. Guys are flying. All right, we got the cheat out here running a 4.2. You know what I mean? Guys are out here flying. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But it's the purposeful movement. It's the attention. It's the anticipation. It's I'm a step ahead of you, so I'm reacting quicker than you.
Yep.
That's the real speed.
Yeah, I agree. I think, first of all, talk about size. Like, there's some Alabama O-lines and D-lines that are probably bigger than the average NFL O-line, D-line. I mean, those boys are big down in the SEC. I agree with Trav, and I don't think it's a speed of player. Everybody's played against NFL caliber speed in college. Yeah. The difference is everybody at the NFL is a little bit faster on average, and everybody has been playing longer, and that leads to anticipation happening quicker.
More reps.
That leads to instincts happening quicker. So the biggest eye-opener is not blocking one person, in my opinion, in the NFL. Once you make that jump, the biggest difference, and it takes a couple weeks to get used to in training camp your first year, is just how fast the entire thing happens. Like, that's why I don't think that a college team could probably beat an NFL team, is just because the whole game, it's going to be getting used to, that linebacker, that D lineman, and that safety filled that hole faster than I've ever seen it filled. And and you're just going to be a step late for the whole game. Until you practice against it or play against it, you just can't. It's hard to explain. And
you don't know that you don't know.
You don't know. I used to think that I was getting off the snap on time in college. Brother, I was late every time. So that's really the biggest difference, in my opinion.
Moving on to 12 bold topics to wrap up Week 14 in the NFL. This is how we do it. I tee up topics on Jason's game. He does the same for my game, and then we talk a couple storylines and headlines throughout the league. Jason, I'll tell you what. I'll tee up yours first, baby. Eagles 48, Giants 22. You guys absolutely steamrolled the New York Football Giants. Eagles are officially the first team to clinch a playoff berth, man. Congratulations.
Woo! Woo!
Congratulations. That's always a very relieving feeling, knowing that you're playing postseason football, especially with, 5 games left, 4 games left? It's pretty good, bud.
4 games?
Pretty good.
I mean, it's nice, but I think we've seen the playoffs in sight for a while. I think we're just focusing one game at a time.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the 4th and 7 touchdown throw to our favorite skinny Batman, Devontae Smith, man. Second quarter, Eagles up 7-0. Ball on the Giants 41. Walk us through it, man. What was that play huge for?
I don't know what the heck.
I want to hear you talk about
routes and the quarterbacks. I have no idea what the route was called. Apparently, Jalen checked to something, I think, on that play. It was either that play or another one. I already checked the route. But all I know is that they were in a blitz. We slid into it. We got it picked up, although he still got crushed on the play because we missed one of the blocks. He delivered a dime to Devontae Smith. Safety kind of looked like he didn't play it as well, to be honest with you. But Devontae made a great play on the ball. Huge play. Fourth down play turns into an explosive and a touchdown. Yeah.
It's pretty damn good, man. That's what I call an absolute dagger to the defense. Yeah. It's funny you heard that you mentioned you heard Jalen hit a hot route. Do you hear hot routes and you get fired up we better protect this one, baby. This is a hot route. I've heard this before and it ended up in a touchdown. Does that
To be honest, normally I think they normally signal them, so it's not something that I usually hear. But a lot of times I can tell kind of just in the way the procedure's happening that something's getting checked, and it's usually pretty on point when he is checking it. So, to be honest, with the way it kind of was happening, all I thought about was, man, if we could pick up this pressure, there's going to be a play down the field because it's 4th and 7, and if they're bringing all these guys, that means there's going to be some space. Deep. Yeah, there's going to be some space in the back end. So,
well, there was a guy deep, and he absolutely completely botched it, unfortunately, for the Giants.
Well, he looked like he was in between. He was trying to play on the ball. Yeah,
and then kind of went to the body, and then realized he wasn't going to get to the ball, and it was just too late. It's unfortunate. Yeah,
got to be decisive.
That was a huge play in the game. Obviously, is it the biggest play? Could there be the biggest play of the game in the first half? Is that possible?
I mean,
I feel like it's always a second half, crucial third down. That's always that play.
Yeah, I think in the moment it didn't feel like the biggest play. Yeah, well, I felt like a huge play, but I think what I'm getting at is I think you don't know what the biggest plays of the game are until the game's over, and you're looking back at it. Once the game's over and you're looking back at it, you're like, man, these 1 to 3 plays are the ones that ultimately probably made the difference in the game.
And you could probably feel it a little bit during the game, exactly how big of a momentum switch it was, or whatever it was.
The reason I think that one was particularly big is because it was a 4th down. Wink dials up blitzes all over the place, and it can overwhelm you. The New York Giants defensive coordinator is that good with giving you different presentations and different looks. And to execute like that early in the game against an exotic look is a huge momentum builder for the offense. It's kind of the way that goes early in the game. If he's getting home, it's hard to kind of get that confidence and that momentum against that to keep it coming. So to be able to get that early, make a big play down the field, and not just make a big play, but the kind for Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts to have that happen that early in that critical of a situation, all of a sudden gives you confidence and brings momentum on for the rest of the game. So it felt like after that play, we were in a good groove for the remainder of the game.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got game changers all over the field, man. Especially on the offensive side. Obviously, A.J. Brown, the receiving corps, but I still don't think this dude Miles Sanders is getting enough credit, man.
He's starting to.
Are they starting to say he finally got 1,000 yards?
Well, they don't got a choice now. They had to give him credit for 1,000 yards, and the way he's run against Green Bay in particular, and this past week against the Giants, that's one of the things I feel like. If you don't like that they're not talking about you, man, hey, just keep putting your head down and keep going to work, because if you play good enough, eventually they got to.
They have to.
I think for Miles in particular, a lot of it's just waiting for opportunities because we're such a deep team as a roster, because we can throw it so much. Because
Sirianni's trying to get it to everybody, man.
And Jalen is a threat to run it, so that's going to take away some of the running attempts from the running back. So I think all of that encompasses into probably less opportunities than Miles would like. But man, he's all he's done is just kept his head down, kept working, and waited for these opportunities to happen. And now that they've come for him, he's made the most of them. He's running better than I've seen him run probably ever in his career. He's seeing the hole better. He's running with more confidence, more aggression. He's doing a lot of really, really good things. Miles been outstanding this year for us.
He's been absolutely electric. The Eagles have a first-time 1,000-yard rusher since our guy, LaShawn McCoy, did it in 2014.
Man, yeah, 2014,
well,
2013. Those are fun years with LaShawn McCoy for sure.
As well as the receiving corps did it as well. A.J. Brown, the Eagles' first 1,000-yard pass catcher since Zach Ertz in 18, and then our guy Jeremy Maclin in 2014. That 2014, was that was a Chip, wasn't it?
Chip, yep.
That was
won 10 games, didn't make the playoffs.
It's a crazy stat, man.
Yeah.
Most rushing TDs in a season with 27. That's pretty damn good right there. You guys are getting downhill and punching it in. Touchdowns rule in this league, man. I promise you that. How about Jalen 1 year later in the Meadowlands, baby? Before the game this week, Sirianni told the story of a picture from the game last year that hangs at the NovaCare facility. Can you tell us about it? Or
it's a picture with Jordan Mailata with his arm over Jalen. I think Nick is obviously one of the things he always preaches and does a great job of is talking about how much he wants all of us to connect and all of us to be team mates, not just on the same team. And I think that picture, Jordan is obviously an incredible teammate. He's just a guy that cares a lot for his teammates, and that game did not go the way we wanted it to last year in the Meadowlands. Jalen, struggled. He didn't have a good game last year. Then
14 to 31 for 129, 3 interceptions. That is a tough way to play. That's tough. That's tough. Well, man. 3 picks is never easy, man.
Well, he bounced back this year, and I'm sure having that kind of turnaround is huge. And I think that picture is just kind of in his head, probably just as I don't know. It's good to look back on and see how disappointing that was, and then know this year how far we've all come.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I've been talking about it all season about getting a chance to play those teams that the last time you played them you just didn't give them your best, or they just got the better of you, and to be able to go out there and put up 48 points, not too bad, boys. What's the biggest difference 1 year later? If you could point out one thing in Jalen's game, what is the biggest difference outside of just playmakers and all that?
I think it's just his confidence. I mean, Jalen's been the same guy he's been since I've known him. I just think, obviously, he just understands everything better. He's in his third year, his second year with this coaching staff, his second year starting. So, obviously, he feels more comfortable, and he feels like he understands things that much better. So, that leads to playing with more confidence and making quicker decisions. And, I think that all of that has culminated, combined with having better players and the great job the coaches have done with him playing better. So, I don't think, I don't think that outside of that much has changed.
No, I'm with you. You could tell he's just that much quicker on his reads on where he wants to go with the ball. You can definitely see it, man. And that's anything in life, man. You get curious. You get you absorb all that information. You're naturally just going to feel more confident about what you're talking about, what you're doing. That's it. That's just the nature of the beast right there. And especially if you care about it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But this dude Darius Slay said one of the funniest things, man. He said, "I'm sick of this DB shit, man. This dude Jalen Hurts is making it look real easy. I'm trying to go to wideout."
Yeah.
And put up 1,500 yards with Jalen. It looks fun right now.
I would much rather play wide receiver than DB. There ain't no question. DB does not look like fun. That looks freaking hard, thankless.
Big play Slay makes it look fun, man. He makes it look fun. Now being the betting favorite to win the MVP, Jalen Hurts, man. Why, outside of stats, take the stats out of it, why does Jalen deserve to be the MVP?
Well, first of all, you can't take the stats out of it. That's what the whole award is about, is it's given to the guy with the best stats, usually. I think he has the stats.
I read it right that time, and I still sound like a dumbass.
No.
Fuck!
Ridiculous. Yeah, I think Jalen has the stats to compete with anybody this year, but combined with the stats, he deserves MVP because he's functioned with one, the team that has the best record in the NFL. No offense to the Kansas City Chiefs, which are close to us.
Facts are facts.
The offense has put up. Well, I think are they tied with you guys for most touchdowns?
Possibly.
I
don't know the stats on any of this.
Well, either way, I think if you look at our offense as a whole and how we've moved the ball and how important Jalen is for all of that to work, I think that's a clear reason why he's the MVP in my mind. His dynamic ability to make plays on the ground or through the air allows our coaches to be creative and do things that other teams can't do and won't do. It forces defenses to defend us in ways that open things up all over the field. All of these things are done largely because of Jalen. The offensive line's job is easier. The receiver's job's easier. The running back's job is definitely easier. When you talk about an MVP, you're thinking about a guy that that makes the whole thing go. Who's the most important person
if he's not there
in that cog? Yeah. And so not only does he have all the stats necessary to be the MVP, but he's also I think he's the most important piece to what's been probably the most consistent offense in the NFL.
It's a fair take.
Not to talk trash on anybody else.
I didn't hear any trash. You just stated facts, brother. I respect it. Eagles still the underdogs, though, despite the best record, an MVP favorite in the QB, and clinching a playoff spot. Dallas and Kansas City, Chiefs Kingdom, are still Super Bowl favorite odds to win it.
Yeah, hey.
That's a crazy.
We've been underdogs before. We've been underdogs before. Ain't nothing new. We got the mask. Hey, we got the mask. I got the mask right upstairs.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't. Did you steal the mask, or you just got a different mask?
I bought one retroactively. I didn't wear one during the whole parade. I couldn't get it. The fans bought it before I could, but I got one. I'll bring it out. I know Lane Johnson has one.
Lane still got it. That boy got it in his locker.
Maybe. Yeah, I bet he still got it. Yeah, listen, odds are great, analytics are great, percentages are awesome, but the cool thing about playing is that you get to change those, you get to dictate those numbers. All three of those teams are really, really good, but all we're focused on is ourselves. All we're focused on is trying to win this next week against Chicago. I'm not focused on the Super Bowl. And I don't think any of us are. Yeah, not right now. These odds, all this stuff is cool. This is all going to change within the next 4 weeks alone. Yeah. Not to mention once the playoffs start.
You guys still play the Cowboys.
We got a big game coming up in Dallas in 2 weeks. But, we got Chicago first. We got to take care of Chicago this next week. These numbers will take care of themselves as long as we keep taking care of business each and every week. I'm not worried about that one bit.
Yeah. Sounds like you're more focused on what's going on in the locker room. 12-1 now, but that one loss, it was a close one.
I know.
You guys could be undefeated.
The commies got us.
The game was a slip up, but was it beneficial to get that loss out the way? Are you a believer in, you know what I mean?
I'm not trying to be 13-0. What are we talking about?
You got to lose to grow, to be a good team. You got to feel what it tastes like to lose, to never go back. Or
if we were 13-0, it would be better. I don't know. It was a learning moment for our football team. I think it's good to go through adversity, but If you're asking me whether I'd be want to be 12-1 or 13-0, I'd rather be 13-0. I mean, come on. I'm not happy, or I don't like to say it's, oh, hey, it's a good thing we lost. Now we're a better, like.
Good thing we got that out of the way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We got the loss out of the way. Now we won't do that again, guys. Yeah. I think going through adversity is good. Growing as a team is good. And losses can help you. Losses can help, in defense of the people that say this stuff, losses can help you get better, can help you refocus and re-energize people. Yeah. So, but, yeah, I'd rather be 13-0. I mean, no question.
No questions asked after that.
Let's get to your game, Trav. You guys getting back on the right track. Chiefs 34, Broncos 28. And it was a weird game. I was following.
It was extremely weird.
I was following on the bus home from the Meadowlands after our game. You guys got out to a quick lead early, and somehow it ended up being close.
Yeah,
let's talk about that. So you guys got out to 27-0?
27-0 in the first half, yeah, with the opportunity to put in another touchdown before the half.
And
we were rolling.
All of a sudden, and you guys find yourselves, I think at one point, they were within a score. Well, it ended within a score.
It ended within a score, yeah.
It was within a score before you guys got that last touchdown, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a close game is what I'm getting at somehow. What swung the momentum back the other way?
I think it was, hats off to their defense. Their defense is a solid defense. They have one of the best scoring defenses in the league. Picked up a few turnovers, a few, aired routes. I didn't play my best in some of the times that we needed me to play best. I had a few drops, but outside of that, I think that we played a pretty damn good game on offense. We were moving the ball very well on them. There's just a few big time plays that they made that really swung that momentum into their arms, and we were lucky our defense kind of came up big there, especially in the second half to really shut down that Broncos scoring.
Yeah, Pat tweeted after the game, obviously upset with himself probably in the turnovers. Appreciate my team, man. Picked me up today. Chiefs Kingdom.
Yeah. That's why we're here, Pat. That's why we're here. Here for you. MV Pat.
Who stepped up in particular?
Well, I think Willie Gay. Gay Jr., he had a big-time pick. That was sweet. Everyone kind of chuckles at the way I was reacting on the sideline, but that was the last time I was smiling in the game because it was 27-0. And then they started to come back right after that. So don't smile too soon. Learn that lesson. Who else came up big? My guy George Karlaftis from Purdue, the Boilermaker, the rookie. Yeah, he had 2 big-time sacks throughout the game. My guy L'Jarius Sneed had a pick. There was just some big-time defensive plays. Guys were getting after the quarterback, getting into the backfield, and then making plays on the back end, man.
Well, you know who stepped up big? Did you see that block by Trey Smith? First of all, dude,
I live for blocks by Trey Smith, man.
Bro, I love watching this dude play. I love watching your whole line play. Like, obviously, I'm a huge Creed fan, but dude, Trey Smith,
for Creed.
Dude, Trey plays with some anger, man.
Those
I
two
saw
together,
some clips,
man.
especially he was playing against the Titans, and him and Jeffrey Simmons were going after it, and I freaking loved every second of that, man. If this dude plays with an attitude, he plays with an aggression, and this play on the screen, swats the defender upfield, no block blitzers,
like a ninja.
Swats him on the back, textbook, invite him up the field, gets out, pinholes a DB. I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Absolutely just steamrolls him.
Yeah.
Another Simmons.
Another Simmons?
Yeah, another Simmons.
This guy does not like Simmonses. He doesn't like Simmonses.
And a lot of respect for both those Simmonses.
Yeah, they're both good.
Both Pro Bowlers. But yeah, that's Trey Smith in a nutshell, baby. I-65, and he's coming downhill. I'll tell you what, him and Creed, and then you put Joe Tooney on the inside. Them inside boys.
Your interior line is fun to watch. Those guys are good.
And then you put that big old behemoth Orlando
Which one,
Brown,
Orlando?
baby.
He's huge. How much does Orlando weigh?
It's a big man. He's got to be north of 350, right?
Easy. He's huge.
6'8". He's 6'8", like fucking 380.
I think that's probably right.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. If guys got to try, I mean, he's obviously mass rules in his profession, man. That thing, he is moving dudes.
He's big.
Can't forget Andrew Wiley, baby.
Oh yeah, right tackle holding it down.
Eastern Michigan's finest. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. My God, I love that dude, man. He's one of the craziest athletes I've ever seen. At his size and speed, to be able to run like that, be able to move like that in the box, man, it's unbelievable. But, yeah, I always love shouting out the O-line, baby. They never get enough credit. It was good to have Joe Thuney back out there, too. He's missed a few games. First time in his career he's missed a few games. That's been a staple of his entire career. He's Iron Man, man. He's always out there, and I know it was hurting him to watch from the sidelines, especially that Bengals game. But he was back out there moving dudes. And like I said, but those two interior guys that came in the same time, Creed and Trey Smith.
Yeah.
Those two, man, they get moving dudes. I mean, I'm talking about first level to second level, baby. Let's get four hands on this guy and take him on a ride.
They do. All right, well, despite the bumps, Pat had some insane plays that had all over social media going nuts. The no-look touchdown pass to McKinnon.
It's Pat Mahomes.
He does it every week.
He does it, so it's what he does. It's Houdini.
You threw a key block. You threw a key block on the touchdown to McKinnon?
I wouldn't necessarily say I threw a key block, okay?
What would you call it?
I got in the way enough.
Isn't that what blocking is?
No, because I wasn't technically blocking him. Were
you in the
trailing him. I was trailing him. Not really. I kind of made him alter his course.
Everything you're doing right now sounds like blocking.
If you watch the clip, you're going to look at me.
I didn't really block him. I just kind of got in his way, made him alter his course.
If you watch me on this clip, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm running behind Singleton, former Eagle, running behind Singleton, and as I'm running behind him, his angle, I kind of like make him deter, like kind of like go a little detour, just a step, and that's not necessarily a block. I didn't block him. Did I get in the way?
If you
did I help? Yes, but I didn't block him. I didn't hit him in the back either. I learned that from Jason Kelce.
I've made that mistake a lot of times. Did you getting in his way stop him? If you wouldn't have been there, would he have made a play?
I think so. I think he still would have scored.
Then you blocked him.
No, I think he still would have scored if I would have never touched him.
Oh, then you didn't block him.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, here we go. All right, I got you.
But Mahomes magic nonetheless. And you already said it. Pat said, I appreciate my team, and it picked me up today. That means, he felt like he didn't play his best. He's still Magic Mahomes is still throughout a game is going to make enough plays, or make some crazy plays, some mind-blowing plays, that being one of them. There were a few others. Juju Smith-Schuster's touchdown. Pat's just kind of running around in circles away from D lineman and at last second, right before he gets hit, just throws a dart to the back of the end zone.
And we talked about this for a little bit. Yeah, this is what we talked about with Pat when we were doing the interview with him. He talked about, in order to be Pat Mahomes, in order to be the best in the world. Whoa. In order to be the best in the world.
In the world. You went real bad. To be the best. Where's Rachel?
In order to be the best in the world, you got to be aggressive. I mean, he finished with a stat line 28 of 42 for 352 yards, 3 touchdowns, three interceptions. Obviously,
3 for 3.
You'd like to have the interceptions back, but he did get you guys a 27-0. I mean, you can't be mad at him. Pat, you didn't play good enough. You only spotted us 27 points in the first half. He's a freaking beast.
Absolute animal, man. That's arguably my favorite time though. When Pat gets out that pocket, it's like it's time to get jiggy.
Yeah. What are your?
It's an open dance floor, and there's a lot of field to cover.
What are your favorite 3 plays from Pat that you can remember where he's gotten out of the pocket and made something pretty crazy happen?
The first one was my favorite one was another Mile High game. His second year playing, so it was the first year he was starting, and he threw that left-handed pass to Tyreek on the run.
Yep.
It was the only thing he could think of to do, and instinctually he just threw it as like Von's tripping him up. So it was like that was one of my favorite. Another one was another throw to Tyreek the same year we were playing the Baltimore Ravens at the house. 4th and 9, fourth quarter. We need a touchdown. to take the lead. And I'm talking there are minutes left, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes left, I think. And Pat, I'm running a route, and I feel like I am wide ass open, guaranteed first down. Like, we can move the sticks right here. Pat is staring me. What I think is he's staring me down and absolutely hucks it to the middle of the field. I'm standing there like, no, I'm open. The guaranteed first down. It's right here in front of you. Why are you throwing it 40 yards downfield? Over the middle of the field. Like, don't throw over the middle field late. Like, all this is, like, going through my head, and this is before it's like, it's Magic Mahomes. You don't question what Magic Mahomes does. And I just see everyone going towards the same, like, area on the field, and then Tyreek just coming from the left field. Takes it, runs around, gets an extra, like, 20 yards on the route, on the run. After he catches it, and we go on to win that game. And it was 4th and 9. Like, the chances of us winning at that point were very slim. Like, and for him to throw that pass at that point in the game and have the cojones to throw it to Tyreek Hill downfield, I don't think percentages are going through his head when he's when he's playing the game. Like, the percentage of this catch being made, stuff like that. He's just out there seeing his dogs open downfield and hucking it, man.
Well, he's fun to watch. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody more fun to watch at the quarterback position, and kind of more like you don't know what's about to happen. I mean, he does just some crazy things that I don't think anybody else would even occur to them to do. So,
The best trait to have with Pat is an imagination, man, because anything is possible, dog. Anything is possible.
It's the Walt Disney of quarterbacks. All right. Let's talk about Travis Kelce a little bit. Trav, you joined.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Hey, come on, family show. Just talked about this. We got kids watching. All right. You joined the 10,000-yard club. You're the 5th tight end in league history with 10,000 receiving yards. You did it in fewer games than anybody else, obviously. Trav, you did it in 140 games. It took Tony G 177, Witten 179, Gates 180, and old Shannon 203.
It's a lot of football games. Where are you at right now? You're at like 170?
I'm at 170. We just finished my 172nd game.
God.
Currently, 0 receiving yards. You got 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons, which is the most recorded by a tight end in history. Fan of the show, Jordan Tribe, tweeted us this video from training camp in 2018, where he thanked you for 10,000 yards you would be getting.
Hey, thanks for the 10,000 yards you're going to give KC for the rest of your career, man. Appreciate that upcoming 10,000.
Which, that's a little, talk about jinxing it. But
yeah.
Ended up coming true.
You believe in jinxes? I didn't know you believed in jinxes.
I don't, but I try to avoid them if I can.
This is why. This is why you don't believe in them, because
I don't believe in them, but I also don't go out of my way to jinx anything.
But you recognize exactly what it could be.
Yeah. ESPN wrote a whole feature on Travis Kelce as one of the best players ever. Travis, did you read the article?
I skimmed it. I'm not a big reader.
What surprised you most from your skimming?
That this writer would compare me to Jim Brown, a kicker, Justin Tucker, who's had a lot of dominance.
Obviously, Justin Tucker's by far been the best kicker in his tenure, and he's incredible at kicking the football.
Numbers don't lie.
Jim Brown, I mean, there's nobody that dominated an era the way Jim Brown did. Let's get back to this article, because this article basically says you're one of the best at your position ever to do it, and you've dominated an era like nobody else has, which I think, Gronk still, while he was still at his peak, probably pretty hard
100%
to beat.
To try and argue,
Yeah. But you've done it for a very long time, and you've had the longevity that a lot of these guys look at when they're comparing things. Does this article mean anything to you? Do you think it's valid? Mahomes is statistically a better quarterback when you're on the field. Shocker. He's probably pretty good when Tyreek is on the field.
Really? Am I a better player when Pat Mahomes is on the field? I would assume so.
Yeah, I would think I think usually that all kind of corresponds.
Yeah. I would say it was cool to see the percentages of where I am to the rest of the field compared to the greats like Jim Brown and Jerry Rice. I thought that was a pretty cool, way to describe how I've been compared to the history of the game, because I've never thought of it like that. So I do appreciate the article. And then on top of that, I didn't realize 10,000 yards was that milestone. I think I never had my eyes on 10,000 yards. I only saw Tony's 15,000 and what he's got, and I'm like,
you got your eyes on 15,000?
Well, how could you not? I'm trying to chase greatness, baby. I'm trying. You're going to
try and get. Are you saying live on New Heights? You're trying to get to 15,000 yards?
I've been saying that since I was a rookie. I'm trying to get 15,000.
Jot it down, people.
you know what's funny is of course you got to do some of the stats, or you kind of look at like, all right, what was Tony doing from age 35 to when he retired, and then kind of what's possible, what is there to be able to accomplish, or what's he done, and he averaged just about like 800, 900 yards his last 5 years in the league from when he was 33 to 37.
Well, that was when the league had changed.
Is impressive. Yeah, no, his last season was 2013, which was my first year. Yep. I think with that being said, I am a long way away from 15,000 yards. Yeah. It took me 10 years to get 2/3 of the way. Mm-hmm. So I would have to play till I'm 35, and I think average about 70 to 80 yards per game, all the way through to when I retire, to be able to, I believe, touch 15,000 yards.
You're going to be 35 in 2 years, Travis.
Yeah, I'm at 37. My bad.
I was about to say, yeah. There's no way that math adds up. Okay, 37 sounds right. That's a long way. I mean, Tony played for a long time, across multiple eras, different teams.
97 to 2013.
That's so crazy.
Yep, that guy played in the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s.
Good luck.
That's wild.
Good luck.
I'll tell you what, man. Like I said, I don't know if I'll ever be able to fill that guy's shoes, man. That's a lot of miles, man. That's a lot of miles. Only argument I might have if these playoff stats kind of chime in here, because I've been able to rack up some yards in the playoffs as well.
All right, last question on the yards. Of 10,000 yards, which yard is your favorite?
Just off the top of my head, I mean, there's a few plays that come into mind. I didn't think at the time it was going to be one of my favorites, but the touchdown on the Super Bowl was pretty cool.
So the last yard before entering the touchdown, entering the end zone.
That doesn't even count towards the 10,000 because it was in the Super Bowl.
Is this only regular season yards?
Yeah.
They don't count postseason yards?
Another one that jumps in my mind, Eagles Chiefs, man. That was a fun game back in 2018, 2017.
You're gonna bring up this?
It was one of my favorite touchdowns. What do you mean?
It was like 3 games into the season, and you're gonna go back and
So it was one of my favorites. What do you mean?
It was a baller ass touchdown.
And
it was more than a yard, though. You jumped 5 into the end zone. I didn't even know you could jump 5 yards. And all of a sudden, you launched yourself from the 5-yard line into the end zone.
Fearlessly, baby. Fearlessly.
Maybe you could play in the NBA.
I'm not getting back into this with you. I'll say that one was my favorite. There have been too many to name, man. And hopefully I'll have a few more this year that might pop up as my favorite. Who knows?
All right.
Moving on to player insights on NFL storylines, we got Jerry Rice calling out the 49ers for play calling over the Deebo Samuel injury. Rice posted on IG, please stop running our skill players up the middle, man. It's Deebo, baby. It's Deebo. Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo, now 19 problems, at 19 problems, a.k.a. Deebo Samuel. They're all hurt, and that's what you risk. That's what you risk when you run in between the trenches, man. That's it gets gritty in there. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, you got a lot of big bodies falling and landing on people. Do you think he has a point? I mean, we literally stopped running the QB sneak because Pat got injured. So,
I mean, I don't know.
I know Debo up the middle is a pretty damn good play for the 49ers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is where Debo does most of his work, is either on crossing routes or things up the middle. Like, he's kind of like that's where most of his production comes. So, I don't know where else you're going to utilize.
I think it goes very well with the skill set, man. He runs through arm tackles, man.
Like he's a big, powerful, and athletic receiver who creates mismatches inside on a lot of different players.
Yeah.
Smaller DBs aren't physical enough to guard him. Linebackers aren't athletic enough to guard him. So, I think that's kind of where Debo's going to get most of his production. But I also don't know anything close to as much about receivers as Jerry Rice does, so I'm not trying to disagree with my man Jerry.
Let go.
Hey, I don't know. He's been doing it for a while and been relatively healthy for most of his career. So,
yeah, 1,000%. He's definitely. He does it well. Like I said, that's one of their best plays is give the ball to 19. And let him just do his thing. And unfortunately, he got banged up, man. Hopefully, he's not out for the season. He's not out for the season, is he? He's just
no. It ended up being a low grade MCL.
Ooh, that's hate dealing with the knees, man. But hopefully, he gets back sooner than later, man.
Yep. All right. Let's talk 49ers linebacker asked Brady to sign the ball he intercepted.
Hey, come on, man.
You want to talk about some balls? I love it. I think that's tremendous. Greenlaw goes up to Tom Brady after the game and says, "You're the greatest ever. I've been watching you since I was 2 years old."
Okay.
Fred
5'7" Greenlaw is a dog, man.
He
Absolute
is.
dog.
Both him and Warner are both great players for the 49ers.
Yeah.
And their defense is playing out of their minds right now. I mean, they have been. But their offense is now lighting it up too with Mr. Purdy. But anyways,
pretty good.
Fred Warner also told him it's an honor for us after he played him. Brady, after Greenlaw asked him for an autograph, said on Sirius XM, "It was shit for me, to be honest." I think that's pretty honest.
Shit.
Complete shit. But I try to be gentleman. No, actually, look, it was a great play he made. I'm happy he's got the ball. I wish I didn't throw it, but I'm trying to be a good sport. You know what? That's crazy. Would you, you won't sign a baby, Travis, but would you sign a ball that you threw for an interception?
That I threw for a pick?
Or maybe fumbled. What if somebody picks up a fumble ball? Hey, Trav, will you sign this?
Man, I don't think so, dude. I'm going to be like, right? Get out of here, man. Quit trolling me, man.
This looks great on Tom Brady, who's been questioned for being a little bit of a sore sport sometimes. After a Super Bowl, he didn't shake hands with Nick Foles. People were getting on him about that. That's a conundrum. Somebody comes to you with a ball.
Conundrum?
Travis, you know what conundrum means. You have to know what conundrum means.
And then just drum, DRUM, conundrum.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how to spell it.
Is there a J in there? It's one of those D
There's
and
not a
J,
J.
like conundrum.
Like
J.
Django? No. No J.
Okay.
All right.
Conundrum.
Yeah, Tom, great job. Way to be.
Respect it, Tom.
Yeah, I respect the hell out of this. That couldn't have been easy.
No, I promise you right now, there's no way, especially if I lost the game. I'm not going to say it like the way they did, too. That is not a easy situation to be in.
You're probably in an upset mood after the game.
Yeah.
Would I sign a fumbled snap? I probably would.
If you guys won the game. I know you. If you guys lost the game, there's no way. There's no way. If you're in the mood for it. If you're in the mood.
And a lot of it depends on the presentation by the person asking for this autograph. Like, it sounds like Greenlaw did a great job. He starts off with, "You're the greatest ever." Right? Somebody came up to me, "Kels, hey, you the greatest ever. Here's that ball that you just fucked up and lost your team again." I'd probably sign it. I've signed a lot weirder things.
It's all on the delivery. Yeah. You're right, man.
I'll sign a baby I fumbled.
What?
Nothing. It was stupid. It was a bad joke.
You fumbled a baby?
Despite his uber competitive nature, Brady does seem like a really good dude, doesn't he?
He does, man. He does.
Yeah.
It's hard to hate that guy, man. Even though as good as he is and how many times he's beat me.
I disagree. I think it's easy to hate him because he's so good. Everybody in the world, I feel like they hate on Tom Brady. They hate on him, but
it's hard to hate.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard because it's
if
easy.
if you really look at it, it's hard to hate. You know, if you take all the hate out, it's hard.
I guess it's one of those glass half full, glass half empty questions. This
is true. He's playing the line. He's playing the line like a pro. He's right there.
Well, he's just so good. But his personality keeps us coming back. Do you have any reactions from? Do you have any interactions with Tom Brady that you can recall that are meaningful to bring up?
I remember we played him the year we lost to him in the Super Bowl. Is I believe the first year with the Bucs, first or second year with the Bucs. He this is the COVID year. We played them in Tampa. They weren't doing great at this point in the season. And I went up to him after the game, shook his hand, obviously a lot of respect. And told him, I was like, something tells me you're going to figure out how to win some ball games and make a playoff push. And then that was kind of it. And then, of course, at the end of the Super Bowl, I shook his hand. I was like, probably shouldn't have said that because he ended up finding a way to win some ball games and making a playoff run. But it's just it's cool to be able to shake his hand, you know, after a loss or after a win, knowing that you just went up against one of the greatest to ever do it, arguably the greatest this game has ever seen at the quarterback position. And it's yeah. What about you?
I got nothing. I've never talked to the guy, never shook his hand. Seems like a great dude, though. I have interacted with very few big name quarterbacks in the NFL, or really just big names in general. I've kind of just huddled by in my offensive line and defensive line obscure realm for a very long time. So I got nothing for you.
Well, all right. Moving on to stories outside of the NFL, to the NBA. Taking a step outside the NFL, the NBA where Jason thinks that no NFL player could ever play in. Absolutely bogus. They just dropped all new award trophies that are now named after historical players, like the MVP trophy being named after Michael Jordan. So it is now the Michael Jordan MVP trophy, the Kia Michael Jordan NBA trophy.
Time out. It's called the Kia Michael Jordan NBA trophy?
Kia is on the trophy right there, KIA. They are the sponsor of the trophy.
Why do we sell out everything?
Because it's money in our pocket. That's how these NBA players are getting these deals. What do you mean?
Dude, are you going to call the entire trophy the Kia MVP trophy?
I'm not sure if anybody's really calling it that. I think that's just what they have to call it, like on paper.
I don't know how much Kia paid for that, but it doesn't make me want a Kia. I'll tell you that. I'm serious. This is ridiculous. I can't stand it when the sports stadiums do it. Jacobs Field. Now it's Progressive Field. Cool. So unique.
I'm not even going to get into it, man. Shout out to GEHA Field at Arrowhead, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, GEHA.
But they did it right. GEHA at Arrowhead. The field's Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the Kia Michael Jordan MVP trophy.
Is it?
I think so.
All right. Do you think Michael Jordan got a free Kia with this trophy? Or do you think he drives a Kia?
Jordan has ever been in a Kia. Okay, Kias are way too new and not fast enough, I would say. Probably not fast. I'm not going to say I've never been in one, so I don't know how luxury they are or how nice they are.
Come on, Travis.
But I'm taking a wild guess here that they're not like that A12 Ferrari.
This is the MVP, the Sam's Club MVP.
The Costco.
The Dollar Tree MVP trophy, Michael Jordan Award going.
The Outback.
Not to hate on anybody with a Kia. Sorry.
Are you kidding me? I drive a Kia.
You do drive a Kia.
I would. No, I drive a Hyundai.
You had that one that they gave you,
Hyundai.
don't you?
The Hyundai Genesis, baby.
the
MVP.
Hyundai?
Shout out to Andy Dalton, baby. Let's go. Redhead, baby. Getting me a free car, man. 3 catches for 30-something yards. Not even 30, like 32 yards. Got me a free car in the Pro Bowl in 2000. Yeah, thank you, Andy. It's a pretty crazy stat line to get a free car, and I appreciate him for throwing me the ball. Moving on. So, Jason, here's what we're going to do.
All
let's create the New Heights honors by renaming these NFL trophies after historical players, just like the NBA did for their league and these new awards. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I can play this.
You can play this. All right. Well, let's start off with MVP. Who's your MVP?
Who's my MVP?
Who's your Kia NFL MVP?
My Kia NFL MVP is the Tom Brady trophy. I mean, who else is going to get it?
Yeah. No, that's pretty spot on. That's where I was going with it.
All right.
I was either going that or Jim Brown.
I got him coming up a little bit later. I guess I just revealed that.
Jim Brown was a absolute pioneer in terms of the game of football, and obviously us being in Cleveland, gotta show some love every now and then to the Brownies, man. They don't get too much of that. So the MVP, Tom Brady, the NFL, the Kia NFL, Tom Brady MVP trophy, which raises the question. I guess doesn't really raise the question, but technically Peyton Manning has more MVPs. He's got the most MVPs.
Yeah. But MVPs are given out before. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's valid. Peyton has had more MVPs.
The sheriff.
If you look at who's been the most valuable player over the course of their career, you got to go Tom. Right? Is that fair? I'm not trying to hate on Peyton.
You can't hate on Peyton. I mean, the sheriff is the sheriff.
It's between those two, and that's it. And
I hear you on that.
Jim Brown.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Let's move on to Super Bowl MVP.
Who got?
Who is your Super Bowl MVP? Who did I pick for my Super Bowl MVP?
All right, I'll do it. I'm going with none other than the great third-legged.
Stop it.
Yeah, baby. Oh, tricky Nick Foles. The Super Bowl MVP, I think he's sponsored by Peloton. Peloton Super Bowl MVP trophy is now called the Nick Foles trophy. And the trophy itself is just a long cylindrical.
we got kids, man.
Hey, man.
Kids watching the show, man.
Big Nick energy. Big Nick energy. Hey, you win.
Nicky Foles, baby.
You're the Super Bowl MVP, and you get a big old trophy of that. I'm hanging that one up.
Oh my gosh, man! I'm going the original master of the 2-minute drill, the man himself, Mr. Joe Montana.
Oh, that's a good one.
The original 6 rings, I believe 6. If I'm wrong, I feel stupid, but he definitely had a lot. Yeah, and played his tail off in all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going.
The other clear one could
Joe
also
Montana.
be. The other one could clearly be Tom Brady, but we already picked Tom.
We already kind of picked Tom. Probably should have thought about that and went Peyton then Tom, but
no,
I'm going Joe Montana.
MVP goes to the greatest player of all time, and I think that I mean, you can't argue with the hardware.
Can't.
All right.
You just can't.
Offensive Player of the Year. Who you got?
Ooh, I got, in my mind, the most electric running back to ever play the game in Barry Sanders.
Oh, he is certainly the most fun to watch on the highlights.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I went with the running back as well. I went with your MVP pick. I went with Jim Brown.
Not a bad one. Not a bad one. If I didn't pick
Jim
him for
Brown
MVP,
trophy.
it would have probably, yeah.
The thing with Jim is like, I'm calling him Jim like he's like my buddy. The thing with Jim is that, Old Jimmy, man, he ran that ball straight.
That's what
and
happens
narrow.
when you grow up in Cleveland and a guy plays for the Browns. You just feel like you're his best friend.
He gets compared to a lot of like modern day running backs or people that play with 16-game seasons. Half of his career was 12-game seasons. He's got stats that are outrageous.
That's
I don't think people
crazy,
fully grasp how dominant of a force Jim Brown was in his era of football.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
So, I got to say Jim Brown. Yeah. What we got next?
Defensive player of the year. Who you got?
I got to go LT.
LT?
Changing the game. He's the first guy to really be that type of pass rusher off the edge as an outside backer. I mean, he was, he's the whole reason that teams started investing in blindside left tackles because of the way he rushed.
Yeah.
So he's a guy that changed the game, has the stats, and a lot of people regard as the greatest defensive player of all time. So it was either him or Reggie White. And I know a lot of Eagles fans would have preferred Reggie White, but I'm going LT.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking Reggie White until you kind of said all that. Reggie was just, man, that club, man. Boof. Yeah, that thing is just so fucking unstoppable, dude. I can only imagine. I would have been like fucking Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince getting thrown out the house. Like his body limp just. Oh.
Oh, put it down. Put that chicken wing down.
It's getting hot in here.
Must be 90.
The
92
Kelce boys
degrees.
sweat. The Kelce boys sweat.
Change that percentage. It's 92 degrees in there.
That's pretty good. I was also thinking Derek Thomas, absolute legend, legendary defensive lineman, outside backer for the Kansas City Chiefs. R.I.P. Was a legend in the community as well. Was big on giving back. But at the same time, all three of those I think are all very worthy of it, man. Guys that paved the way for a lot of defensive players in the league or defensive linemen in the league nowadays to be able to thrive.
What about Rookie of the Year?
You got to go with the greatest rookie season ever, which is Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
Randy
I
Moss,
like that.
Rookie of the Year, baby. It's 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's a pretty monstrous. I was like trying to think of like really good rookie years, and I could not think of one. So I didn't name the trophy. I think the Rookie of the Year trophy should remain Rookie of the Year. Or you keep it the Rookie of the Year name, but the trophy should just be that picture of Tim Tebow with his haircut where he's missing the top part of his head.
What the fuck?
That should be the trophy.
When he was getting AIDS.
Hey, congratulations. You're the best.
Go get Popeyes for everybody on the plane.
That would be the picture. The trophy is just
a
guy with Popeyes in his. Oh, gosh.
That's pretty good, bud.
All right.
Good. And of course, Jason absolutely disregarded the classroom project and just made up his own fucking bullshit. I'm not going to name anybody. Rookies don't get awards, okay? Nobody cares about their first year. That's funny as hell, man. You had a great season, but you're still a rookie. What about comeback player of the year? You got anybody for comeback player of the year?
I got one of my favorite teammates I've ever played with. The one and only Michael Vick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's very interesting pick.
Why is that interesting?
Well, Jason, what was he coming back from?
He's coming back from 2 years in the penitentiary. Do you know how good you got to be the best player in the world at what you do? Go serve it 2 years in a prison and then come back out and then go back out and still be one of the best at what you do? That's unbelievable.
It's Michael Vick.
The fact that he was able to do that, and not only that, but like the other reason I really think he's a comeback.
Get together.
The other reason I think he's a comeback, should be the comeback trophy, is because he came back in more ways than just on. Like this dude truly like was one of the best teammates, a great human being. He's a good-hearted person, and I know that everything he did. I'm not trying to defend that. That was a travesty, but man, he came back in more ways than just on the field. And he was a very great teammate of mine. So, yeah, comeback player of the year.
Listen, I
Michael
got
Vick
all
trophy.
the respect in the world for Michael Vick, baby. I'm going with a guy who another teammate of mine, same position, and a guy that went through a whole hell of a lot just to get back out on the football field, and that is Alex Smith.
Ooh, I thought you were going to go Eric Berry for a
The
second.
comeback. Ooh, that's another good one, man. Another good one.
You had two good choices.
Two unbelievably fearless leaders and guys that had some of the most unfortunate, uncontrollable things that could ever happen. Eric Berry ended up getting cancer and coming back and playing for us, and Alex Smith, when he was with the Commanders or the Washington football team, obviously went through his surgery that what was it, Joe Theismann had the
It wasn't
leg
just
break.
one surgery.
No,
He
it
had
was
to
a
get
bunch
it
of
multiple
surgery, yeah.
times because he got infected and all those other. I mean, it was
Crazy
that he ended up coming back and playing.
Yeah, so he had an unbelievable road back to the NFL, and then came out and competed his ass off. Baby was out there running around for the Washington football team with a little bit of a limp, but the competitor in him, man, couldn't stop that guy.
All righty, Coach of the Year. I think we both know this one. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Bill
Ed
Belichick.
Kelce. Oh, I thought we were going. God damn it. My bad.
I thought you were going to go Andy.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
all the love in the world for both Belichick and Andy Reid. I mean, it's 1 and 2. You can't. In my mind, I love Andy so much. I'm giving him the nod. Obviously, a little biased, but the hardware and what Belichick has done in the league is obviously you can't put him second to anybody.
Well, how about this? The trophy should be the Andy Belichick Award, and it's just Andy Reid with the Bill Belichick hoodie, cutoff hoodie on.
That's a sight to see right there. We're gonna have to get some New Heights fan art on what that would look like.
It's the State Farm Coach of the Year, Andy Belichick Award.
The Bill Reid Award, baby. That's pretty good.
All right.
I think we crushed it. Those are respectable.
I think I'll take that.
Speaking of awards, it's time for the New Heights Stamp of the Week, where we shine light on somebody taking their game to new heights. We usually stick around the NFL world, but sometimes we venture out to other things. But, Jason, who you got this week? Who is your New Heights Stamp of the Week?
My New Heights Stamp of the Week, we talked about him last week on how absurd it was going to be if he played in the game. That's Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, man.
Dude.
That dude had two days.
You can't. This is like a Hollywood movie in the making.
It's an LA film.
Dude, only in LA. Freaking
Baker
22 for 35, 230 yards and a touchdown. A game-winning drive.
Yeah.
Ending in a 23-yard touchdown to wide receiver Van Jefferson. 10 seconds left. I mean, man, I'm so happy for this dude.
Could be.
This just shows you, man, there's so much that goes into being successful as an NFL player. And for a guy like Baker to have, unfortunately, the year that he had down in Carolina and to go to L.A. in 2 days, he had 20 plays at practice. That's it. 20 plays. And then to go out there and have the game that he did and win the game, man, that's got to feel good for him.
It's wild.
And it's a cool story.
I remember
And it's definitely new heights.
watching.
Has there ever been something like that to happen? I've never heard of anything like this happening.
Not in 2 days. Not in a quarterback, especially the fashion that he did it, where it's a 2-minute drill or a game-winning drive late in the game. Had to orchestrate it himself, like a great quarterback in the NFL is capable of doing. Baker Mayfield, ladies and gentlemen.
Does that make it? Well, let's ask this though. I do want to ask because you know more about this than I do. Does it make it easier? Is it easier to operate a 2-minute drill offense on the fly? Because I feel like most 2-minute plays are usually concepts that every team knows and are pretty generic. Is that fair?
You would think. I don't believe that's how simple it is. I think a lot of teams get a little bit more creative. especially if you can get out of bounds. Now you can huddle and call one of your actual game plan plays.
Good point. Yeah.
But you already know it's. I think sometimes when you're in that 2-minute mode, the defense has a certain coverage or set of coverages that they go to, and typically they're kind of soft and off, no big plays, keep everything in front of you. Yep. And that can get, completions. It can build momentum. It can, certain things kind of happen. But at the same time, you gotta be able to have that time management from both the coach and the quarterback being on the same page. And that takes a lot of preparation and a lot of reps. So for them to be able, Baker and McVay to be able to go into there and with 2 minutes left, be able to orchestrate a 98-yard game-winning drive, that was pretty damn cool. And shout out to the Rams wide receivers and playmakers on the opposite end. Baker's definitely the one orchestrating it, but they made some huge plays in the receiving game, and that came up big.
Well, I certainly loved Baker headbutting people without his helmet on. He sure looked like he was having fun. This is going to be a fun match with Sean McVay and Baker Mayfield for the remainder of this season. All right, who you got, Trev?
So I'm going with Penei Sewell of the Detroit Lions. Came up huge. Game-winning fourth down conversion. I believe it was fourth down, right?
Yep.
Iced the game against the Vikings.
No,
Dan
third
Campbell.
down.
It was third down still. Biggest play of the game. Biggest moment of the game. Coming up huge for his team. They typically run a play where he starts in motion and absolutely cleans the guy at the end of the line of scrimmage. Well, Dan Campbell and the gang thought it'd be pretty smooth if he slid past him and just walked into the flat. And Penei he was a big man moving. He was the agile son of a gun until he wasn't. And he got kind of sniped there. Was moving a little too fast, it looked like.
Well, he was just getting down. That was all ball security. That was planned.
You think so? You think
Yes.
it was? Listen, if that was planned, he sold it. He laughed and says, "I don't know." Dan Campbell told the media, said if he lost a little bit of weight, that he would be able to be a tight end. He could be a Hall of Fame tight end if he lost a little bit of weight. And Penei said, "I don't know about all of that, but that's really nice of Dan to say."
Well, if anybody knows tight end in the NFL, it's Dan Campbell.
It's Dan Campbell, baby. Right on. So shout out to Penei taking his game to new heights, baby. So let's think a little hypothetical here, man. Week 18, Eagles #1 seed locked up. Is there a Jason Kelce down the line throw or any type of receiving or trickery where we can get my dog the ball?
I don't know.
Come on, Nick. Call my guy up, man. It says he can play tight end. I gotta see. I gotta see him with the.
I could have played tight end. If I would have started way in college, I could have played tight end.
What?
Yeah, I can't play tight end anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's no way.
I'll tell you what.
My fingers don't work.
You don't think if I would have gained as much weight as you did in college, I couldn't play center?
You could have played guard or tackle for sure. You could play tackle for sure.
Why could I play center?
You could play center on some. If the quarterback controlled the calls and did all that stuff, you could play center.
This guy is.
I'm not trying to. I'm just.
There's no dumb questions, just dumb people, man. Go ahead.
You're too much of a free spirit. This is something crazy though. I really do think so. The way I think about the game is very almost like a mathematical equation. I think you do that as well, but I think you think of it more like artistic expression. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm with you.
And I think that both of the ways that we think about the game ended up going into positions that suited those like kind of ways of thought, right?
Yes.
Like to be a center, you kind of have to be like this, like, dialed in, regimented. This is what the coach wants.
You got to read the instructions. You got to read the instructions. You got to know.
Dude, this is a great story.
This
is a great story you're bringing up. So
dude,
when we were young,
I'm flanking. I'm flanking.
You're a flanker. You're a flanker. When we were young, and my dad still thinks Travis is smarter to this day because of this story, but
because he knows.
When we were young,
he made us.
Me and Travis both got the same Lego set for Christmas. All you kids, Christmas coming up. Me and
Lego
Travis,
sets
Santa,
are a big hit still.
Santa gave us the same Christmas set. I opened up the Lego set and put it together piece by piece, following the instructions one by one. Travis opened up the Lego set, looked at the box, and just put it together. So I really think that way that me and you both think ended up suiting us into the positions that we ended up playing.
I'm right there with you, man. There's no way you can play quarterback without reading the instructions.
Quarterback, you need to do a little bit of both, though. You need to be able to freelance and be artistic while also reading the instructions.
Yeah. Shout out to Pat, man.
So, yeah, that's always something that's fascinated me. And it shows how, like, I don't know, football's an amazing sport. There's a spot for people, and ultimately, you know, where you're best suited for, you end up going into, you know.
Something defines
a lot of times it's like that in sports too. Kind of, if you're like well suited for the NFL, you just go and you do that, and if you're well suited for NBA, you go do that. But NBA could definitely go to the NFL. Let's look ahead to Week 15, Trav.
Eagles at Bears. Bears coming off a bye week, getting some rest, but they are 3-10. Hasn't been a great showing for them this year, but they do got some ball players. Probably will be around 30 degrees, cold weather and snow games.
Sounds like Chicago.
Sounds like my favorite, man. I love a good snow game. Could do without the wind. It is the Windy City, so you probably have a little bit of that. But I do you enjoy playing in Soldier Field?
I haven't played in Soldier Field a lot. I played a playoff game in Soldier Field.
I was there and absolutely loved everything about it. I was watching that game from the stands.
Double doink.
The double doink, my God.
Cody
Matt
Parker.
Matt Nagy, I love you, baby. We're going to get you one, man. That was a legendary game. But that game had me on the edge of my seat the entire time, and as well as it did all the Bears fans. So that game was absolutely rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Soldier Field, man, when they believe in their team, man, and they got a good team going, the Bears fans definitely show up.
For sure. And, I mean, I know this team is 3-10, but they're a dangerous team. Quarterback, Fields is playing unbelievable.
Awesome football right now.
And, whenever you have a quarterback like that who can make plays, turn explosives in, be a threat to run.
Quarterback play.
That is hard to defend for a defense. Really hard to defend. So, we better come ready to go against Chicago. And, these guys have played a lot of teams tight. They've been there with a lot of
close
games.
ball games. Yep.
So,
are you a cold game or like a cold weather game or a snow game? Is that
love snow games. Snow games are awesome. I was fortunate to play in the greatest snow game of Eagles history, the Snow Bowl.
The Snow Bowl,
in 2013, I think. Chip Kelly's first year.
Yeah, 13. It was 13. I remember watching that game.
LaShawn McCoy, I don't know how he found a way to run the ball. But
for some reason, he was the only one that could get traction that game.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was insane. Snow kind of makes the game feel magical. I prefer it to be just like a trickling of snow, not the entire field caked in it. But even that's fun.
Snow globe, snow. Very light.
There's something about snow that just makes you, at least for us growing up in Cleveland, I think,
yeah,
it makes us think about like growing up and playing pickup football with your friends.
100%.
Because everybody loved playing pickup football, especially in the snow. Because when you tackled, it had a nice little slide, a nice little soft landing. So I don't know why. Every time it snows, I feel like I'm a kid again, and I love them.
I'm
cold
right
weather,
with you, brother.
I'm good with cold. The thing I like about cold is I just don't get tired.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
I hate
to think
hot
about.
games. Hot games.
Miserable. I will get
miserable.
I'm not only am I frustrated because of the feeling. I hate heat and sweating at the same time. That is like it just feels like I'm getting cooked, and I hate that. I would rather be sweating my ass off in cold weather and get that nice chilly breeze.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot to do with like hockey. Like at a young age, sweating on the ice rink and like not really thinking anything of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I naturally just enjoy being in cold weather, sweating more than I do in hot weather. I am miserable when I'm in the heat.
Yep.
Whereas
I love cold weather.
If it's cold, I'm just chilling.
Chiefs at the Texans. Obviously, big game this week against Houston. But more importantly, I mean, I feel like you never want to really focus on the opponent. Are you guys happy with the way you guys have played recently? The Chiefs, I think you guys have been one of the best teams in the NFL over, pretty much Andy Reid's entire existence in Kansas City. And you guys, feels like you've kind of had, you guys have been up and down the last few weeks. Are you guys looking forward to just putting together a complete game? Is that what your focus is on?
100%. And that's always the focus, man. And the only way you could do that is fix you. And I'm focused on fixing everything that I'm doing wrong or other ways that I can do things to help our team win. Yeah. Like you said, you're focused on the team you're playing, but you're not necessarily focused on what they're doing, especially on the offensive side. I feel like on the offensive side, you have to be on the attack. You have to keep the defense in a reactionary position. The second that they start to feel like they can control the tempo, they can control what you're doing in the run game and in the pass game in terms of pressure and things like that. When it feels like you're not on the attack, that's when, I think you're putting yourself in a bad position offensively. And I just feel like, there's times in the game where I got to be better, and I got to make sure that as a leader, I keep that mentality, that focus, that alertness, the sense of urgency to keep the drive and keep pouring it on any of the teams that we're playing. And that's a mentality that we're definitely taking as the year goes on, and that's the fortune of playing the 17-game season. You get 17 games to make it perfect, and then you get to get a chance, if you're lucky enough, to make a run at the playoffs. But we're still growing. We had a lot of new pieces this year, and we expected to grow through it all. So that's the biggest thing, is finding ways to get the new guys even more acclimated, so that when these games really count, we're putting together flawless victories, man.
Well, I look forward to watching you guys put together a flawless one, hopefully this week in Houston.
All right now.
Best of luck, Trav.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys. That wraps it up. 17th episode in the books. Woo! Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel so you know when new episodes come out. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And make sure to check out our official merch store at homage.com/New Heights.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, New Heights is a Jukes original presented by Waves Sports and Entertainment. Follow the show on all social media platforms at New Height Show for fun clips throughout the week. And as always, thanks to our production. Our crew is the absolute best that make us look way better than what we really are, but we sure do appreciate them, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in week and week out. So until the next time, peace!